Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you enter Doak Campbell Stadium, you have to walk past the statue of Bobby Bowden first. This is sacred territory in college football. The fans know it. When they get chanting and the horse gets running, you know this is one of the most special places in all of college football. Can't wait to see how the Seminoles bounce back this season here at the Doak. Reese?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Hoosiers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lopez. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Going for a big play right off the bat. Leaping grab for a big gain. Shakes a man and he might take off. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go right back to him. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch, they've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he's in! Touchdown, Seminoles!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
What kind of field position can he help? And the ball is loose on the return. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Becker. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
After the run, now to throw. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Hoosiers are marching down the field. Gonna run it. It's Richard. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. He's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Bully ball on third and short. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to it early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Indiana! A great catch and run for 6.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Lopez. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. All by himself down the middle. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Knowles! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Richard. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his legs, it's Richard.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Off the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Trying to surge it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Indiana!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Lopez. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, trying to find his man. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Running inside, it's Richard. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
The one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting the tackle for once.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Fires downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run to the left. There he goes. Brought down at the 46, but he got play.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Snagged out of the air. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Went right back to him, and again he is denied. It's 3rd and goal. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? A designed run for the quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive. Offense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Hoover. That's caught, it's Richard. Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And And that's why this guy is so dangerous. He's an explosive play just waiting to happen, and it doesn't have to come just handing the football off. That was a simple check down throw, but he got it to him in space, and all of a sudden he does the rest, right? He's able to see the field. He's making people miss. He's got tremendous contact balance and speed. They get an explosive play in the passing game on a simple check down throw to the running back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. The throw. Finds his target down the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Good game there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. This time he wants to throw. Floating away. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the Georgia Southern Eagles. And it's the Yellow Jackets with the lead right now in the first half in a battle of 1-0 teams. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Turning it on! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big game for the offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Hoover. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts, and I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And it's no good. He missed it. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game, still sitting at 10.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed op.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Turns it on in midfield. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Back to throw. It's Hoover. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through some pressure.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
He's going for the goal line, and he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he made the extra point without problem. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lopez. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Daniels. Under fire. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
There's a crease at the 30. He's at the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give on the counter. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for room. It's Richard. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Hauls it in at the 25. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Running to the left. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. And they cannot afford to lose this guy. Such an important part of their running attack. We'll have Holly check on his status. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Dropping back, it's Daniels. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think you will find a ton of quarterbacks that feel just like this guy does. 50-50 balls equals 70-30 balls for me. I'm going to throw it up, let my guy try to make a play. The defense won that battle, but those are battles that I choose to fight.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Final play of the quarter coming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To the air, it's Hoover. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. To the air, it's Hoover. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Just a great job defensively, making him look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Becker. Shakes off the defender. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. He's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Going over the top. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. the 29-yard line. To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Yeah, stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
To the ground to try to pick up the first.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you...
Here's a little room there. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.